Hello everyone, Rental here, really not that ultralight. It looks like it's that time again. Unicorn, my wife, and I are through hiking the Appalachian Trail, leaving this February 2023, actually in a few weeks. We're looking to attain that happiest known time, something I do believe we attained on the PCT in 2021. We had a great time, we're looking to do it again. But in regards of my gear, I typically look at 4 criteria. Some of you know, some of you don't know. I look at build quality, weight, packability, and function. And as you can see behind me here, in just 5 pieces of luggage, just 5 small pieces of luggage, I'm able to break it down into 10 categories. So I tell you what, I'll break it down to 10, we'll go through it one by one, but I wanted to say I really appreciate all the watchers and the viewers and everyone clicking that subscribe and that like button. It does really mean a lot to me. So without further ado, I want you to be able to come on in. I want you to be able to enjoy the ride this year. It's going to be a fun ride. And let's take a look at the first category. Thank you very much. All right, let's talk category 1, packs. And the pack, everything I'm fitting into this beautiful piece of gear. The Arc Haul Ultra 50 liter by Z-Packs. Let's talk about the mods that are bringing along with this. Of course, you see I've got some tech here, the PD clip for my camera, which is in my tech loadout, which is already on it. But let's talk about the mods on this 50 liter beauty here that I have. We added this little side pouch here for the shoulder strap as an extra mod. There's a side mesh right here. I'm not sure if you can see that clearly, that side mesh pocket on the side of the pack. That's the front shoulder pouch. What else is a mod here? Oh, we've got the V-strap if we want to put bear canister or anything up at the top. I love the V-strap. And also, that would be it. Those are the mods for the Z-Packs Ultra Backpack. One of my favorite pieces of gear, probably top 4 pieces of favorite gear, is the FUPA. This is the Ultra Material FUPA. I've been through about 3 generations of this. It's grown in size for sure. You know, it comes with a strap for your zeros and you can carry it around. It's really good for like the laundry room, etc. It also attaches, if you don't know, right here, down here at the belt, and it kind of keeps my belly comfortable. You know, these little straps here that these backpacks come with on my belly. So the FUPA kind of takes that away because of the padding. I just love that combination of FUPA and backpack. So I run with Z-Packs. They're a great team out there. I think Monica and Field Trip customer service team, they're just phenomenal. So I decided to go with Z-Packs once again, the updated Arc Haul and the updated FUPA for my packs. But last but not least in that pack loadout is the Gossamer Gear liner. On the Pacific Crest Trail, I decided to go with the trash compactor bag and not really order another Gossamer Gear. I think that was kind of a minor mistake. This is like fits perfectly inside. Versus like trash compactor bags. I feel it was a little bigger and lunkier. So I really go to Gossamer Gear for the liners inside of the pack. All right, so let's take a look at category 2, rain gear. And I will start off with the Z-Packs, Dyneema pack cover right here. I think this is essential. Cover the old backpack up. I think on the PCT we used the skirt, the Dyneema skirt, to cover our packs. But this time, we kind of splurged a little bit and just bought the back cover, the backpack cover that is, to keep the backpack from getting wet in those really long, rainy Appalachian Trail days. Second piece of rain gear here is the Frog Togs, I think Extreme Light rain jacket. Decided to go with Frog Togs again. Last year I went with a different type of Frog Togs. This one I went with the Extreme Light just to switch it up. I know the colors are blasé. I decided to go with it. It's a good piece of my layered loadout with my clothes. And last but not least, I went with Six Moons Design, the SUL. I think it was the Rain Walker. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is the Rain Walker SUL. That is right. This thing is so darn light. I used the Gossamer Gear umbrella last time. I think that umbrella was like 3 or 4 years old, but I do consider this as an upgrade a little bit. So let's see how this son of a gun handles the Appalachian Trail and all those rainy days. All right, let's get into category 3, shelter system. Of course, I'm bringing the triplex, the Z-Packs triplex for me and Unicorn. This thing is clutch. I believe it's the best tent on the market for 2+ people, or a roomy 2 people. In this case, the triplex. Beautiful. The ground sheet we bring with that is for Gossamer Gear ground sheet. Second time we're bringing this. It's awesome. It's light. It's easy to clean, easy to patch up if holes get into it. On the PCT, I think we only went through 1 ground sheet, so I think this is going to work on the AT. Of course, the stakes, some MSR stakes, and then 2 normal like stakes you would find like at Wally World. For a reason, I carried 2 different ones at certain pain points. And of course, we upgraded to the MSRs, bringing that. And for the shelter system, of course, this time Z-Packs, trekking poles. So we're bringing the carbon ones. I let go of the Luckies. These are a little bit lighter. I'm gonna run with carbon ones on the AT. It'll be for the shelter system, and it'll be for my hips, ankles, and knees. All right, we're almost done with the second piece of luggage. Category 4, this would be the sleep system. Let's start off with the Gossamer Gear foam pad, that 1/4 piece of foam. This is on us from the PCT as well. I didn't buy a new one. As you can see, look at that little shark bite. This is in San Jacinto. It got caught on the tree, and the down tree I went underneath, but you know, you don't want to get another one. This has got sentimental value. So we're taking the foam pad, taking this for round 2 as well, Neo Air Thermarest. This is the women's edition, so gonna see if we can take this on another one. I mean, this will be round 2. Its air is still good. It's holding great air. I'm very surprised, and I kind of rough and tough with it. So I've been really abusing it. I mean, we've cowboy camped, I think at least 20 times on the PCT, but it's gonna see if it can take us through the AT. In terms of the sleeping bag, once again, it is the Z-Packs 20° Fahrenheit classic bag, which I believe is clutch. It's down, taking this on the AT. Yes, I am, taking a chance. But I love this thing, and we'll see how it does. All right, let's talk about category 5, what I'm wearing. I'll start off with my hat, because this AT hat is on its last leg, as you can see. I found this out in Pennsylvania when I was out there up in June. It's 100% polyester. It's got some Velcro here. We're gonna do some fun stuff with that. It's light, it's gonna dry quick in that rainy AT weather. Of course, we're leaving in February. It's gonna be kind of cold, so we're bringing these icebreaker liner gloves with me as well, as you can see here. These little liner gloves. Part of the reason why I went with frog togs on my base layer is because I love Arc'teryx. So I went with the Kyanite with Arc'teryx as my hoodie to layer up as well. It's beautiful. Again, I'm a believer in Arc'teryx, went with the Kyanite. Wearing this out of the gates, it's gonna be cold. Smart Wool 250, brought this on the PCT as well. I'm gonna be wearing this, all stripped down to this. As Lester would say, if you sweat, you die. So I just wanna make sure that I'm warm enough, but if I have to, this is gonna be right on me there, fresh out of the gates. Wow, I can't believe it. I got this for the PCT. I'm wearing it again. This is just a dry fit Nike shirt. It's kind of beat up. I mean, you can tell on the inside it's a lot brighter than on the outside, but it just works so well. It's double stitch and it's in great condition. So why change a good thing? I also am bringing and wearing really fancy Hanes underwear. Nothing fancy there. And the underwear, it worked well on the last thru hike. These are 1959s I'm wearing fresh out of the gates. Darn Toughs, 1959s. A little bit thicker. Dirty Girls to match. I love lime green, as everyone knows. Dirty Girls. Look at that. It's a beautiful color. And I'm going to bring this little rag here. Not bringing a buff. I'm going to bring this lime green rag. I'm going to use it for different things, washing, putting it around. And of course, wouldn't want to forget sleeves. So going with black sleeves, I think that's kind of like the color of choice this year. You know, you got your Z-Packs, black backpack, so I'm going with black sleeves this year. I'm a big believer in sleeves, even though it's not necessarily about the sun, but I do like that sleeve. I like that compression feel, and you know, when you lean over and stuff. So we'll see how long these sleeves last on trail. Oops, also don't want to forget what I'm wearing. I'm bringing Hoka's ATR 6 Challengers. I bought a lot of pairs of these. This time it works really well. I'm not a zero drop anymore. I'm gonna run with Hoka's. I think these ATR 6s are a little bit better. I had Torrents on, but I tested these out for about 8 months. And I think these are the ones for me. Again, black is the theme. All right, I almost forgot my shoes on the last one. All right, so we're almost 3 luggages down, so this is category 6. is extra clothes. So pretty much extra clothes, what I'm bringing. Let's start off with the merino pants, 250. Extra clothes, again, I can get a little bit of chilly. You know, if it's too warm, I'll send it home. So bringing the merino wool, 250. Pants, extra clothes. Also, these nice OR sun gloves. I'm a big believer in gloves. I don't know if I'm making any fires cracking wood. I'll be bringing these gloves. These OR sun gloves will be good. Again, black seems to be like the theme. I love this. Last year I brought the Z-Packs hat, but this year I went out and got this Browning hat. It fits really good around my head, I feel here, to keep me warm, and I can also put my hat on it as well. Keep it really compact. It feels really good on my head. So for the summer months, but I'm bringing these anyway. I'm carrying them maybe for laundry days. I've got these Puma shorts. Extra clothes. I consider this, you know, when it gets warmer out, I'll be wearing these shorts. Again, black. Oh wow, controversial. I'm bringing slippers. I bought into the Hoka Recovery 2 slides. They've been great. I've been testing them out at home. I do believe they're gonna come in handy on the trail. I didn't bring slippers on the last one, and then I was on and off, but I'm gonna start off with carrying these. I think they're a little bit over 10 ounces. Let's look at extra clothes. So I'm not bringing liners, but I am bringing an extra pair of socks. So 1972s, Darn Toughs, and another pair. So that's 3 pair of socks total, including the ones I'm wearing. 1973s, Darn Toughs. Gonna bring these. 1 extra pair of underwear. Again, nothing fancy. Hanes. You can find these at Target or Walmart. Gossamer Gear stuff sack. And of course, I consider this extra clothes. My down Arc'teryx Cerium LT Puffy, going on round 2, had this on the PCT. I just find this to be so clutch. I do know, yes, down, 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 it gets wet, AT. I got that down sleeping bag, I got this down puffy, but this is really for at camp when I'm inside my tent, and of course you saw my other layers. So that's it for category 6 for extra clothes. All right, let's talk category 7 for cooking systems. Start off with inside this little neat package is an olive oil container, believe it or not, but that's in case it gets a little bit oily. But I do believe in carrying olive oil with me. Round 2, everyone knows, or maybe they don't know, the Menchie spoon. So I brought this on the PCT. It is still here alive. This thing must be like 6 years old, but it worked great. I don't think there's any other reason to bring anything else besides this Menchie spoon. For the cooking system, bringing this, cold soaking. You know, I have a little bit of advantage because Unicorn's bringing the stove and things, so I'm gonna share that, but pretty much for me, I wanna be just bringing stuff that's non-cooking on my part, but I also do bring, inside the Talenti container, I bring this part of the cooking system with toothbrush, toothpaste, and floss, as you can see there, but I store it inside of here. That way we're not redundant. But I am bringing my own container for my own cooking system when I cold soak. Sawyer squeeze, boom. I have it in this little container here that I've had for a long time. Sawyer squeeze to filter the water. Once again, I went a little bit too fast for some of the folks that don't know. It's got like a new label. Never seen that one before. Filters the water. In order to filter the water, you need a dirty bottle. So I'm bringing a dirty bottle here, Life Water. This is a dirty bottle, squeeze that. And this will be my clean bottle. I love the body armor. I've switched, it's got this big mouth. You can put the filter right in, boom, and you can sit in there without trying to aim. And as of course you can see right now, this bottle brings me, of course, happiest known time. You guys like that? I love that. We got stickers this year. And last but not least, a lighter. Unicorn made a little AT sign there, a little mountain. Isn't that cute? All right, looks like that is all for the, oh, no. We got, boom. Gotta bring the food bag for the cooking system. And what I'll say about that in terms of the cooking system and the food bag and all the bear hang, I just wanna talk real quick here. I'm carrying the tent, boom, and all the tent stuff, and Unicorn's like, hey, you know what? We got bear problems here at the house in Florida, believe it or not. That's another story. a black bear, about 500, 600 pounds, but carry those on the Sierra. But for the AT, I know it's not required, it's recommended. There's a BV450. Unicorn says, hey, happiest known time once again. I'll carry the BV450, and we're actually gonna share this and kind of select our food in a different way. Put it in here and not have to worry about mice or bear or the hangs or all of that, considering we're loading out our food in a much different way, like peanut butter and jelly can easily fit here. And the food carries aren't really necessarily really long, like some of the times that we were on the PCT. It looks like you can go like 3 or 4 days. And I think I can kind of share this with her, and boom, we can do that. So thank you, Unicorn, for putting this on your back and allowing us to bring the BV450. I'm a big believer in the bear vaults. As you can tell, I got 3 behind me. But that's it for that category. Let's get to the next. Looks like we're gonna be done with 4 pieces of luggage. This will be category 8, tech. I think my favorite topic right here is tech. Well, let's start off. Where should we start off with tech? Well, I'm taking the ZV-1 again, the Sony ZV-1, which I'm shooting this right now. I'll probably put a picture of there for all of you who don't know what it is, maybe somewhere here or here, and let you know that I'm bringing it. But on top of bringing the ZV-1, I'm actually, this is a sunglasses cover, which I'm bringing with the DJI Action 2 camera. One of the reasons why I'm bringing this action cam is it's modular. I mean, here it is, you can see, and I brought it with a little tripod. Boom, and it comes up like that. So I'll be able to use that for some of the standing shots and some of those standing shots you do when you're hiking and you're having to pick up back the camera. I'm gonna see if this works. But more importantly, the DJI Action 2 is modular, it's magnetic. So it's, boom, as you can see right there, comes on, comes off, and as quick as you can take it off the tripod. So a lot of times the ZV-1, I'm screwing it on, or I had a different piece on there. This time it's just a magnet. Again, boom, boom. And you'll see how this can come in handy later as well when I'm vlogging. I think I'm gonna use this for a lot of my face vlogging and use the ZV-1 for interviews. Maybe if I meet some musicians on the side. It's an important piece. I'm gonna be bringing 2. So let's see if that's gonna be overkill, but it is waterproof, this top piece. I think that might be handy on the AT. So let me put this down here without really harming it, because I love my tech and I'm gonna beat it up here in a few weeks. With that said, we have the cords, a bag of cords, not gonna get into it, USB-C, USB minis. I've got a few cords here, but more importantly, I'm transferring my data physically. I was doing it through a wire last time, but now I'm just kicking the SD card out and putting it to my phone when I do my video editing. I've got 2 USB-C connectors to SD cards. I've got one, and you pack your fears, right? So I've got one here, and then I've got another one, because that really slowed me down. There were a lot of times on the PCT where I was spending 45 minutes transferring my data. So I had to do it wirelessly. For whatever reason, it was cutting in and out. If you do research on the ZV-1, that's a known problem in terms of wireless transfer of data. It was just in and out, in and out. So it's like 50 minutes just to transfer the data and another hour and a half to edit the video. That was really burdensome. But here it is, cords, and the way I'm transferring my data. Another new thing that I'm bringing right now is this headphones. Wired headphones. I brought wireless last time, it didn't really work out. There was lag between the video editing, but there's little neat handy connector there, USB-C to 3.5 millimeter, as you can see. And now I can use these wired headphones. So I'm bringing that. Also bringing this, which is a magnet. We're talking about magnets. See, Dyneema cord. This is from Z-Packs, I believe. For the bear hang. This magnet right here, as you can tell, I'll be able to disconnect that little action cam and just clip it here, and I'm going to be able to do some creative things with it. I mean, it's a long cord, it's a little magnet, probably be able to get some of those good hanging shots, and also maybe some lower shots like your feet without using the trekking pole, and it's going to add some creativity to my vlog. With that said, also I'm bringing this little pouch here. Again, tech is one of my favorite topics. Within this pouch, I have a little screwdriver that I use, a mini one. Zoom is kind of nasty, but there it is. This is the bottom piece for the camera, for the PD clip. on the backpack I have here. Here's the Allen wrench. Unfortunately at the bottom for the PD clip, when I have to change a battery on the fly, when it runs out, I have to kind of use the Allen wrench to get out to exchange these. I'm bringing these Numoas, same ones. They're better than the Sony batteries that came with the ZV-1. So I'm bringing 3. I'm not bringing 4 because I have 2 cameras now. I'm bringing those 3. That stays in that bag as well. You can just hold on here as I'm putting this back in. I don't want to get it too mixed up. And also, let's stick with the DJI Action 2 cam. This is a necklace with a magnet. So for POV, I'll be able to put this on around my neck, magnet it, stay a little bit safe so I can still use my trekking poles and give everyone that POV kind of view when I'm hiking. And you know, the stability is great. So let's see how this thing works out. I got all kinds of magnets and stuff right now with this new camera. I'm really excited to use it. Of course, I've got tons of data, 512 tons, I don't know. Do the math, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 512s. I did the same thing, I have plenty of data. Again, believe in the top up. This is an 18 watt. I do believe they have another one out that might be more wattage, but the 18 watt I'm bringing this time, this top up is so light. I'm leaving the 40 watt charger at home. It was just seconds slower, even though it was like 40 watt versus 18 watt. Anyway, don't want to get into that, but this thing is great. It's got USB-C and also a USB-C to C and also a USB-A to USB-A there for multi-use. But yeah, it worked great on the PCT. I think it'd be great for business travel as well. Another thing I'm bringing is, of course, the charger for all of the batteries for the ZV-1. Those batteries I showed you before. Here's that little block. Packability is kind of meh. Look at it. It's this big lunky thing. But 20,000 milliamps for this battery pack right here. If you just give me a second, so I can take a look at it in terms of what it is, 20 watts. So 20 watt, again, my last one was a 45 watt, 26,000 milliamp. This is a 20 watt at 20,000. Again, when you're looking at wattage, if you're not trying to power up a laptop or something bigger, I feel like it's only 10 minutes faster, 15 minutes faster charging things. And when you're charging a battery like this, you're typically overnight in a hotel. So I feel the block, the 18 watts and the 45, it's just overkill. I found out on the PCT, so we went 20,000 watt this time. But even though I went with the 20,000 watt, I couldn't help myself. I found this little 5,000 milliamp, like credit card size charger here, so I can put in the FUPA, my little fanny pack there. When I go on zeros or when I wake up and for some reason my battery's low, I can just, you know, charge my battery. It's 5,000, so typically phones now are what, 3,000, so it's good to just top it off. But last but not least, on my tech bag, I wanted to go through this. This is going to be one of my favorites. I'm bringing a microphone, so the DJI wireless microphone. Here's the receiver that it comes with, right? And this also fits on the ZV-1, the one that I'm shooting this film with. It puts at the top 3.5 millimeter, but this is the receiver for the wireless mics that I'm bringing. Here it is, nice and small. And the 2, not 1, but 2 microphones. And I put that there because that's microphone 1 and microphone 2. That way, when we're filming, unicorn can be far away. You can hear unicorn, you just don't have to hear my stinking voice. And also, more importantly, you know, because I'm worried about the microphone on the action cam versus the ZV-1. The ZV-1 does a great job of canceling noise, but when I'm interviewing or if I meet a musician, I feel like it's a great opportunity for me to connect this to the ZV-1 as well, and have that musician or that person talking to me and have 2 people talking to me maybe a little bit further away than what I want to shoot. Take B-roll and kind of hear the sound away from everything else. But this thing is immense, and you can just charge it up by USB-C. It came with the charging block that was huge, but I'm not bringing that. It's pretty light. And here's, of course, the 3.5 millimeter cord for the ZV-1 that would connect it. And of course, here's the little shoe that connects to the ZV-1 as well. And I'm bringing, of course, a little wipe for all of my tech. But I think that would be it. This is a big addition. I think this is going to help during the vlog. I'm not a fan of wind and the wind noise. The ZV-1 did a great job on the PCT and all those windy nights of blocking that out. When I watch and I hear someone's, it just, I personally don't like it. So I'm doing my best to mitigate that sound and that noise by bringing the wireless mics, and hopefully everyone can enjoy hearing Unicorn when she's a little bit further back from me, or when I'm doing interviews, and like I said, musicians that come into play, which I did on the PCT a little bit. I'm hoping to do that on the AT. It's a big social trail up headed to Katahdin, headed northbound. So just gonna have a good time with my tech. that's it for that category. Okay, category 9, hiking accessories. That's what I call it. Let's start off with this ever new bag carry. I know that I already have 2 liters on me, but we like to dry camp a lot. We like to find private spots sometimes when I have to do video editing and I'm annoying. So I'm bringing this bag for extra water, antimicrobial, P-rag, you know, it comes in handy for a lot of different things. Second time I'm bringing it on the hike, took it on the PCT. This is a Kimtex rag. I actually looked it up last time, I didn't know what it was called. I think it's made by Kimberly-Clark. It's called a Kimtex rag. I think Unicorn actually washed it, put it in the washer somewhere in Idlewild, and it, you know, it's stuck together. So this rag is good for like your titanium cup or condensation around the triplex tent. This Kimtex rag is clutch. Toilet paper, baby wipes. Not too many baby wipes, but toilet paper. Ankle brace. Ooh. I rolled my ankle once in Washington and it worked. I just cupped it up and it healed in a day. Straw for fires. So AT, I mean, what killed me on the PCT was the whole fire thing. I like to build a little fire sometimes on the AT. I'm really gonna enjoy it. I mean, it's a wet trail, but I'm really gonna enjoy the fact that once in a while I can build a fire and get that kind of coziness and get that feel and that warmth of a nice fire, you know. Not all the time, but I tell you what, that's one of the things about the PCT. I'm just kind of like, to do that, that's, you know, that's probably not a cool thing to do. It's illegal in a lot of spots, but AT, I'm looking forward to, and you know, when I sit there and blowing on it, it's in my face. So I brought this on a lot of sections. I think we sectioned over 300 miles on the AT already. So I brought this on my sections. It comes in handy, really consolidates the air, gets that fire going, and then other people can come and they can share it. I love it. NU25, Nightcore. I think everyone uses this. It's really light, you know, put that little tie back there, cut some weight, but more importantly, I think it's more comfortable than the actual band that it comes with. So in terms of calling me Gram Weenie, you know, I'm really not that ultralight, I'm rental. But in terms of this, I think it's more comfortable. How about that? And you, nightlight, gonna bring some sanitizer here as hiking accessory as well. Again, gonna bring this, right? We're gonna weigh our food, we're gonna weigh other people when they wanna know. I know it's like 3 ounces with the batteries in it, but it's a luxury item. Gonna be able to make sure or call anyone out that's rental, right? If you're rental, I'm gonna call you out, I'm gonna weigh you. Gossamer, gonna get a whistle. Blew this somewhere in coming down Big Bear on the PCT, really loud. And actually Unicorn didn't hear it because like we're trying to get a hold of each other, but I'm telling you what, it's one of those things where you know, you can scare a bear away or one of those last calls for help. And also a portable thermostat. You know, it's like, hey, how cold is it? How hot is it out there? I don't know if it's plus or minus 2 degrees, but I'm gonna be turning it on. It's gonna be very, very interesting, a piece of equipment that I'm bringing. But that is all for that category. Thank you. Last but not least, category 10, this is the Ditty bag. Boom. Let's talk about what's in the Ditty bag. Let's open it up. I'm gonna dump it out. Everything on the ground here. First time in Ditty bag. Skeeters, I'm not having anything. This thing is clutch. You know what I mean? You're walking, you're hiking, they're not getting in your face and your ears. Oh, the ears thing is just no thank you. Unicorn sleeps with this when we were cowboy camping. I didn't, but that's probably a good idea to do when you're cowboy camping. Probably not doing much cowboy camping on the AT, we'll see. I've got a few ibuprofens and also, I don't know, Catadine thing for water in case our Sawyer freezes. This is Blistex, but I mainly use the Blistex, not for my lips. I use the Blistex for the PD clip to get the camera in and out. And it gets, it kind of lubes it up. So that's really what I use the Blistex for. So I like the quick release, you know, to get some of those shots. Little thing for the Sawyer squeeze here when you're trying to clean it, you know, on the other side. I can't think of the word. Also, right here is the little washer for the Sawyer squeeze that you typically lose. I'm bringing an extra one. Paper tape for wounds. This is the sewing kit. Little sewing kit this time I'm bringing. That'll come in handy. But yeah, it's bugging me out. But you just put this on one side of the Sawyer squeeze for all you don't know. I don't know where the bottle is. And it kind of just pushes out the water in the opposite direction. And it kind of cleans the filter. You just put this at the end. You squeeze the bottle and the water comes out in reverse. But this thing is clutch. The packability is kind of, you know, I'm not really down with that big circle. Super glue. This is clutch for me because I don't wear Ultras and I like to wear Dirty Girls, the Gators, for the Velcro. So for whatever reason, I'm sending myself the sneakers out ahead of time if I see an outfitter that has the same sneakers that I like, or ATR 7s or something else that I can wear without sending it to me. I have Velcro on me to put the Velcro in the back for the Gators, but super glue is clutch as well. Also, razor, it's cut in half there. Look at that, boom. Save some weight. We've got some ointment here that I normally carry with me, and also nail clippers. Boom, boom, boom. That stuff's like for bug bites and wounds. Tiger Balm. I know some of y'all know what Tiger Balm is. This little thing keeps the bag dry. I've got Clear Eyes. Clear Eyes, you need it, definitely need it. And I'm bringing one big gauze pad. That's what the paper tape was for. Gauze pad, it's better than just Band-Aids. That way we can manipulate it, boom, 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 kind of as you will. And all kinds of tape, right? Thermarest tape for the Neo Air X Lite, for the tent, for the Dyneema tent. All kinds of different tape in here that we brought, and I kind of downsized it a little bit lighter. We really didn't need it last time. And of course, one strap in the Ditty bag for the Z-Packs backpack. I know that one time, I don't know if you see my arc haul review, it got salty and then I had to sew it. The simple fix is just to carry an extra one here in case any of these straps in that backpack go. I feel like it's just a great backup to bring with you, and it's not very heavy, you know, and the packability is just a crunch, and it can really be a lifesaver when some of those straps, and then I can be really rough with it without worrying, but I feel that's a great extra piece to bring. That seems to be the last category. Thank you for hanging in. All right, once again, thanks everyone for hanging in there. It looks like I'm just under 15 pounds, somewhere at like 14.68 to be exact on my weight, a little bit under 15 pounds. I don't know, I feel pretty impressed with that. I'm bringing 2 cameras this time, but I'm rental. I'm really not that ultralight, so give me a break, you know? We're gonna have a good time. We're getting ready to go here probably in about 4 or 5 weeks. Headed out in February, leaving for Amicaloa Falls. I'll be daily vlogging the best that I can, trying to catch that 5G signal or that Wi-Fi like I did on the PCT. We're gonna try this on the Appalachian Trail. We're looking forward to meeting everyone out there. Trail angels, hikers, friends, family. We grew up on the East Coast. This is like coming back home. I almost felt like I was cheating on the East Coast when I did the PCT first, but we didn't know we'd be doing a second one this soon, but opportunity came. We want to take advantage of it. Thank you very much for allowing me to explain to you what I'm bringing on the trail. I cannot wait to get out there with my lovely, beautiful wife, Unicorn. I cannot wait. We're gonna spend time together, live happiest known time. Again, whatever you're doing out there, at home, employed, unemployed, working, hiking, hustling, whatever you're doing, I want you to live happiest known time. Thank you very, very much for watching. We'll catch you on the other side. Thank you for the likes, subs, shares. We'll catch you on the flip.